What is good? What is good, everybody? It's your boy Cam. Maverick fans, how we feeling? The Mavericks officially drafted Cooper Flagg. Man, that is so awesome. You don't know how excited I am that we got the number one pick and we got Cooper Flagg and coming to Dallas. Yo, that is insane. But I do think the NBA is rigged. And I feel like the NBA has something to do with us trading Luka in the middle of the season last year. But like I said, it is the business at the end of the day. Obviously, I was probably wrong about Nico. He honestly knew what the hell he was doing. Obviously, nobody else did. And yes, I mean, I did want Nico fired just because Luka dropped 45 points on us in his home return. And then, of course, we had a lot of injuries going into last season as well. But what happened? I think when Nico went to go see Cooper Flagg play at SMU when Duke was in town, is obviously when he saw him, he was probably thinking the whole entire time about trading for Luka. But what it was is that he was going to trade Luka for AD or anybody in, let's just okay, the worst scenarios that the trade and does not work out and everything is not working out is if they miss the playoffs, it's still playing for that number one pick. And obviously his plan worked. Obviously Nico said that it was time for a new franchise player. And obviously, who's going to be a better leader? And honestly, what I think about Cooper Flagg, he's definitely a quiet kid. You barely see him arguing and pouting to the rest. And Cooper Flagg could do everything. I mean, he may not be better than Luka, but he plays defense. He's a good defense perimeter. He can guard anybody. He can guard anybody on the floor. And like I said, I think we'll have like a little baby Luka in Dallas. But mostly, I think we'll have like a new Jason Tatum in Dallas of Cooper Flagg. That's what I think was going to happen for the Mavericks going into next season. But I'm happy that Kyrie Irving decided to stick around in Dallas and sign a 3-year deal with the Mavericks. And then Daniel Gafford intends to sign a 3-year deal with the Mavericks, and just obviously Nico's doing a good job so far. I think he's doing he's just continued to cook. But now we just need to do is find a point guard. That's just really what needs to go on. And I'll say that the guys we need to trade is Jaden Hardy. We need to trade, I hate to say this, we're probably going to have to get rid of Dante Exum because he's hurt a lot. I hate to see him go, but he's definitely a great defensive player. And we have to get rid of Spencer Dinwiddie. He just hasn't been playing well. Like second half of the season after Kyrie went down. But definitely keep Najee Marshall. Definitely keep Max Christie. I've definitely and he was off to a hot start coming into Dallas in the trade. And then he did struggle. Was on and off. He was good a couple games, and he was bad for a couple games. But I wouldn't get rid of Max Christie. I wouldn't trade him. I would keep Max Christie for sure. So the guys will probably have him coming off the bench if Dante Exum sticks around. So it'll probably be Exum coming off as the backup point guard. Then you got Max Christie. More than likely, I think PJ Washington will come off the bench, and I'm okay with that. I don't think it'll affect PJ would be bothered by it, having Cooper Flagg being at the 3 over him. And then you got Najee Marshall at the 4, and you got Gafford at the 5. And then let's talk about the starting lineups before Kyrie comes back. I think what happened is we'll have Brandon Williams at the 1, and you've got Klay Thompson at the 2, Cooper Flagg at the 3, and you got AD at the 4, and you got Lively at the 5. That's a big lineup right there. That's a big lineup. in the playoffs, and I do agree with Kendrick Perkins. It's all about matchups in the playoffs, and Stephen A. Smith says that who are the biggest threat to the Oklahoma City Thunder next year in the playoffs? He said a healthy Dallas Mavericks, and I was thinking that too. I felt like we could be a biggest threat to the Oklahoma City Thunder going to next year. But we did beat them 3 times last year without Luka, but the Thunder didn't have their whole team. But they still gave us a hell of a fight. There was one game Luka played with us, and we lost to the Thunder. But in the Thunder, just like they tired out Luka. They doubled him the whole entire game. He was just gassed out when we played against them in the in-season tournament game last year in December. But I'm happy that Cooper Flagg had a very great workout and he was ready to get some conditioning in because he's ready to play. He's ready to get. Obviously, he's probably surprised they traded Luka in the middle of the season and he wants to bring the city life back just like AD is trying to do. Honestly, if this is a healthy team going to next year, I think Cooper Flagg will definitely give the city life back just like AD was. But it is a business, like I said, and obviously we don't know something that Nico knows. Like, we don't know why we traded Luka. We don't know, but obviously it's we just gotta move forward, man. And it sucks. I mean, honestly, I still want Luka a part of our team, even though we got Cooper Flagg now. I still wish he was here. But obviously, I think Luka has moved on. He's just getting ready for his new chapter in LA. And here, I do want to talk about what's going on with the Lakers. They did say that Dorian Finney-Smith is going for a player option, so obviously he doesn't want to come back to LA, and then Austin Day and the Lakers offered Austin Reeves a 4-year deal, and surprisingly he declined it, and obviously he's going for his players option. It's like, what? I don't know. Maybe Austin Reeves doesn't want to play with LeBron and Luka. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with him. So obviously he's probably going to be leaving as well. And Austin Reeves leaves, they're going to have to get a good trade for him to replace him as a guard. And then what the Lakers are really missing is a big. Especially after y'all traded AD for Luka. I mean, yes, he was injured a lot. Yes, he was injured. But J.J. Redick did not use Jackson Hayes very well in the playoffs. He should have used him. And then when he was playing, obviously, I think they were playing pretty good with Jackson Hayes. But they need another big. They needed another one. Honestly, and I think AD does play better at the 4 than he does at the 5. And then I think there'll be times that Gafford will come off the bench. Gafford will be starting. I just think it'll just be back and forth. I think Live needs to start every game, and Gafford needs to come off the bench. Because it's about, in the NBA, it is about size and matchups. But if they stay healthy, AD and Live are definitely going to be a problem in the perimeter. You got 2 bigs that play defense, and you got Cooper Flagg that's also a great defensive player. And you got Brandon Williams, who's a point guard, only 6'1" or 6'2". He plays defense as well. I think Brandon Williams will be our new Kyrie, just until we get Kyrie back. And Kyrie needs to be careful coming back from his ACL injury, because that's a very serious injury, and he's getting a little old, and he'll be 33. I believe next year. I'm not sure when exactly his birthday is, and I think Kyrie got about 5 more years left in him, I would say, before he retires. And his game, it won't be the same anymore once he's back. He won't. I feel like he'll be a more of a pull-up jumper like Derrick Rose was after he had those 2 ACL injuries in his younger days when he first got to Chicago. That's what I feel like what Kyrie's going to do. He's going to be more of a pull-up jumper. And, he'll get to the basket, but he won't be as fast, as quick like he used to when he got before he had his ACL injury. The game I was at when they played against the Sacramento Kings. But they're saying the earliest he could be back is January, and I just like now I wouldn't rush him back, and just don't rush him back right now. If we're doing pretty good, if we're like top 5 in the West without Kyrie playing, I just don't rush him. I wouldn't rush him back. But I do believe once Kyrie's back, once he plays a whole season, the year after that, I think we're definitely a championship contender team. If this team is staying healthy going into next year's season. But, yep, I'm just, man, like I just never thought we would ever win the number 1 pick. I never thought that we would win it. But I'm grateful that we got number 1 pick and we got Cooper Flagg. And he's excited to be here in Dallas. It's crazy that the Dallas Wings and the Mavericks got the number 1 pick in 1 year. It's like, wow. There's a lot of good things going on for Dallas sports basketball for the women's and the guys. That's a lot good things that's going on. Yeah, that's just, man. I'm excited, but I'm a little nervous going to next year's season. We just don't know how it's going to go with this whole team playing together this whole year. We just don't know. But I believe we'll be fine. We just need to find the right training staff. Hopefully we avoid this many injuries ever again. You've never seen this many injuries. And we was almost like the first team who had to forfeit some games. It's like, you've never seen that happen before, man. My goodness. Just seeing Kyrie go down like that when we're almost about to get all of our bigs back, I was like, we were definitely toasted. It's like, oh yeah, we were finished like big time after he went down with the ACL injury when we're about to get almost everybody back. Honestly, I felt like they could have shut down AD and the rest of the guys the rest of the season. I felt like they could have had just to avoid more injuries, but we had to plan just because we didn't want to forfeit any games. I mean, I did like AD's attitude. What did he say? We're not going to quit. We're not going to give up like that. We're going to, he wants to keep playing. And obviously, and the team did a little better once AD came back and Lively came back. They were winning a little bit more games, but we didn't have a point guard. We didn't have Kyrie. That was the only problem. We didn't have Kyrie. If we had all those guys last year, we would have been totally fine. But, like I said, I will take Cooper Flagg at the end of the day, even though he's not Luka Doncic. But I do want to talk about the last night's NBA draft, what was going on. When they was getting ready to announce the first pick from the Mavericks, there was lots of boos and everything, and they said, oh, the NBA's rigged. So, I mean, I kind of do agree. I think the NBA is rigged. But it is what it is. People are jealous of us that we got the number 1 pick. And he's going to, and Cooper Flagg's going to be around a bunch of good players. And Cooper Flagg don't have to carry the team. He's not going to a team that's trying to rebuild, is trying to create their future. He don't got to worry about all that. He only got to worry about that because he's about to play with Klay Thompson. He's about to play with AD. He's about to play with Kyrie. He's playing with Hall of Famers. He will definitely grow. He will grow up really, really fast being around those veteran players, and that's just good for Cooper Flagg. And he's gonna fit well playing with those guys. And you got 3 number 1 picks on the Mavericks now. Kyrie, who's number 1 pick in 2011, and then AD was number 1 pick in 2012, and then you got Cooper Flagg, who's number 1 pick from this year. It's like, gosh, that's crazy, man. Damn. That is so freaking crazy. Wow. Just like, when I got a text like, oh, we got the number 1 pick, I'm like, say what? What? We got the number 1 pick? We're about to get Cooper Flagg? I was like, damn. Like I said, I'm like, after we drafted him last night, I felt better. But obviously, I mean, we're all going to get over the trade, but I know it's still a shock that we traded Luka. It is, but like I said, I do understand why they got rid of him. Like, just because he wasn't in shape. But now all of a sudden, he's taking care of himself now. Like, you had all those 7 years to take care of yourself, man, but now all of a sudden you want to. And I think Cooper Flagg will be a great leader in Dallas. And Kyrie has been an awesome leader ever since he joined the Mavericks. He's been an awesome leader, and like you don't ever see him crying and pouting to the refs as much. You don't ever see that. I'm pretty sure he tried to talk into Luka and about complaining to the refs, and obviously Luka don't listen to nobody. I mean, he's still gonna be the same dude and even going into next year. But I expect him to be in better shape, but still expect him to not want to play defense or want the ball so much. That's just how he is. I mean, Carmelo's in great shape, but did he play defense? No, he did not play defense. He just wanted the ball so much. And we'll see, man. We'll just have to see what happens going into next year. If the Mavericks have a better year than the Lakers going to next year, the next couple years in the future, everybody will forgive Nico. 100%. But, Mavericks fans, I do got a problem with one thing from last night's y'all draft party. How y'all gonna yell fire Nico and everything and just like, but all of a sudden, once the Mavericks draft Cooper Flagg, they're gonna start cheering and everything, and then they're gonna say thank you. Like what? Y'all gotta cut that shit out, man. Like y'all still mad at Nico for trading Luka? Y'all still like, we got the #1 pick now, man. It's like, gosh, just like the season ain't even got started yet. Like y'all don't know what's gonna happen. It's like y'all give it a chance. A whole season, give it a chance and see how it plays out. And again, like I said, I think it's gonna play out real well for the Mavericks going to next year if they stay freaking healthy. But I do also think who's also the biggest threat to the Oklahoma City Thunder is the Denver Nuggets. They pushed them to 7 games. They're definitely a threat to the Oklahoma City Thunder. And they could repeat as champions next year, but we'll just have to see what happens. We'll just have to see. But like I said, I'm happy for the Thunder. They won the championship. I am happy for them. But and then Mavericks fans, and then also y'all gonna a lot of y'all gonna unfollow the Mavericks page just because of the trade, and then all of a sudden now y'all want to come back being Mavericks fans. Like, if you're gonna unfollow the page and then y'all want to come back to the team just because we got Cooper Flagg, y'all not real Mavericks fans. That's just all I'm gonna say. That's not our true fan right there. That's not a true fan. It's like, wow. Y'all only want to come back to being a fan, and y'all gonna be like, oh, we're gonna be Laker fans just because of Luka. Like, yeah, that's not a real fan right there. I mean, again, I don't like it either. I don't like the trade either. But at the end of the day, it is a business. Like, obviously, Luka wasn't a great leader and playing in Dallas with us. Like, he did miss a lot of games. He was always hurt. Yes. And then, of course, when he played the game on Christmas Day, he gets injured and then never comes back. And then yes, I didn't think that'll be the last time we will see Luka in the Maverick jersey after when he got hurt like that. And he was on fire playing on Christmas Day against Timberwolves, and then he gets hurt, and then we don't see him on the court ever again. After we don't see him on the court until he's a Laker. It's like, man, it hurts though, but I do think Cooper Flagg can get Rookie of the Year. But he don't have to carry the team so much since he's with around good veterans. And so glad that Dallas Wings were able to pull off the upset against the Atlanta Dream, especially holding Brittany Griner to 2 points. And tomorrow's the biggest game of the year as the Dallas Wings take on the Indiana Fever at the American Airlines Center at 6:30. And tickets are already sold out for tomorrow night's game. It's like, damn, everybody just want to see Caitlin Clark. But I appreciate what Caitlin has done for the WNBA. She's changed the game a lot, and more viewers are coming in now. I'm just so happy. I'm just so happy for Caitlin. But my thing about Caitlin is I've noticed she struggled she does not play well on the road. She has not played well on the road for the past couple games like she does at home. And I wouldn't be surprised if Caitlin struggles tomorrow night on the road. I don't know that, but overall, I just want to beat the Indiana Fever. I want to beat this team tomorrow night. And as a fact, tonight, the Wings take on the Los Angeles Sparks, and Caitlin Clark won't be playing tonight because of a groin injury. I don't think she's really hurt. I think they're just sitting her out just because of tomorrow, because they're playing back to back. Because they got, well, yeah, you don't want to risk her playing her back to back in case she gets injured and she does not play tomorrow. I mean, like I said, I hate to see anybody injured and not play. I hate to see that happen. But I need fans to stop cheering for a player when somebody gets hurt. That's very disrespectful. That's so disrespectful to cheer for a opposing player when they get hurt. I mean, that could be one of y'all's players out there getting hurt, and then y'all wouldn't like it if one of the fans cheer for y'all players getting injured. That's some corny bullshit right there, man. And y'all gonna cheer for somebody that's getting hurt? Like, come on, man. Come on, like, y'all gotta stop that, man. That's bad sportsmanship right there. I mean, I see anybody just get hurt. It just, damn, it hurt. It breaks my heart to see that, especially Jason Tatum getting hurt, tearing his Achilles, Tyrese Halliburton tearing his Achilles, and then Damian Lillard just goes down with it too. It's like, gosh, man, it's never fun to see somebody get hurt like that. Especially now we don't got Kyrie tore his ACL, like when we're almost getting our bigs back, and it's like, yeah, but I mean, injuries are a part of the game, though. That's just how it is. We just got hopefully just keep your hopes up and just team stays healthy. That's all I can say. Well, the matchup between Caitlin Clark versus Paige Beckers is gonna be a great matchup. It's gonna be so fun to watch them two going at it, and they're great friends. Like, I mean, Paige Beckers said this in the interviews that Caitlin has been facing a lot of pressure in the WNBA lately, especially all the bullying that's been going on towards her. But I'm glad she's finally sticking up to herself. I just wish her teammates would do a better job sticking up for their teammate. Like, if you don't stick up to your teammate, I don't think you're a good teammate at all when someone's like messing with you. But good thing is that Sophie Cunningham was the first person to finally stick up to her. We're gonna need way more than one person to stick up for Caitlin. Y'all need like 3 or 4 players to like take up for Caitlin. It's like, I'm tired of this shit and people just going at her like that because she makes so many threes and y'all just and y'all want to bully her like that. It's like that's some corny shit right there. And that's all I can say. Like I said, man, but I had a phone call, but I had to like finish up my podcast real quick. But all I can say is that it's gonna be a good game tomorrow night, and hopefully the Wings come out with a win tomorrow. And I think and they have back to back also this Saturday night against Washington Mystics, and hopefully they will come out to win. Well, that concludes my podcast for today, and I will see you on the next one. And let's go Wings and Cooper Flagg. We are very happy that you're here. Welcome to Dallas, and I believe you will bring us a championship in the future. Can't wait to see you on the court, man.